Well, good afternoon. Usually nobody comes on for a few minutes, so I'm going to try to get my stuff together while we're waiting for people. Yeah, I bought this at Staples. It's put my camera phone here, and this here is my light. Yeah. So it doesn't, I put my light on so it doesn't cause the blaring effects from up here. Yeah. Hey, Sean. After you. I mean, how are you? Good afternoon. I'm just trying to put up some finishing touches. Uh, yeah, not sure how this is going. Oh, Craig. Yes, same with you. Happy holidays. It's a little cold today. It's not that bad. It's going to get colder, obviously, but yeah. Today it's a little cold. Uh, okay, let me see. Uh, ba. One thing I hate about van life is all these damn wires. Ooh. Okay, let me see. How how is that? Is that better? Okay. Yeah. I knew I forgot something. Well, thank you, Adonna. Cold day here. -5. Yeah. I thought I brought everything with me from up front. Oh, I did. Here we go. Uh, yeah, we're at minus. Now I got that light in the way. Can't read nothing here. -4. That's where we're at. So yeah. Oh. I try to get ready for before everybody shows up, and it's like doesn't happen. Okay. Okay. Just in case somebody calls or texts. Okay. Sorry for the not preparedness or whatever. I thought I was, but obviously I'm not. Uh, yeah. Well, to tell you the truth, I woke up late today. Uh, I didn't get up till 12:30. Living the van life. That's what's happening. Wow. I mean, really, living like this is like really this is the first time in Ontario that I spent or going to spend a winter in a van, and I've learned a lot of I'm aware of a lot of maybe upcoming issues. I use the word problems very lightly because we all know we all know it's not really a problem. It's just you got to find a way around it. Find a solution. So, um, yeah. So this is the first time for a lot of things. Uh, 11 in North. So I take it that's pretty cold, right, Sean? 11 degrees where you're at. I know we used to have your system there for Celsius. I mean Fahrenheit to Celsius. I've never really I've never really understood that or you know learned about it. I mean, you know, it's minus. It says here it's -4. Then it's -4. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but it doesn't really matter as long as we get it. Yeah, well, Craig, you're out in. Oh, there's my light. Can you see me? Ooh, there we are. Yeah, it's how's that? Is that better? Is that all right? I hope so. Anyways, uh, hi Insanity. Uh, yeah, well, I'm glad you do. I don't. So. Okay, I gotta back up here a bit, and I gotta find. Uh, I never seem to have enough of these stupid things, and I'm always getting hooked up behind me. Uh, I'm not going to, but this is where my frustration begins. Is this being stuck in here? That's a thing I haven't learned, and because I've never really been stuck in here, like in warmer weather or in BC or wherever I was, I could always keep the doors open, the windows open a little bit. I can put out my ramp so I have more room backing up. Because yeah, but yeah, I mean that's basically it. And I'm learning that this is a confound space now in the wintertime compared to the summertime. Because I can have my back doors open and my side door open and my ramp out. That gives me a little bit more room. And yeah, and you can just putz around. I mean, I can putz around in here, but it's mostly from the front or it's mostly on my bed in the back. Then I got to move stuff away, either place it, screw it up, or whatever, and then move it back and put some stuff out of sight. Sorry. Let me see. Okay. So I see you guys talk a lot off of here. Like, I mean, yeah, because sometimes I look and it's like you guys already got things going on. None of my business. I'm just saying, got things going on that I thought, well, what are they talking about? It's all right. It's all good. Glad you can make friends. Hey, Ruby. How are you? How you doing, Ruby? Everything good at the inn or the bar or whatever you work at? Not sure what you call it, but yeah. Well, thank you for dropping in to saying hello. Hope everything's all right out there and in your new rig. Anyways, what I was trying to talk about, I'm gonna stop reading this for a while because you guys are chatting and probably just listening to me, which is fine. So I've learned a lot of things, and I'm learning a lot of things. Like first off, this is my first winter. Yeah, this is my first winter in Ontario, and so far it's getting quite expensive, and I haven't even moved. Um, yeah, I haven't even moved. Um, I usually put about max 50 kilometers on my van. I usually heat it up, turning it on just so I can power up my batteries and stuff. I am plugged in at my daughter's house right now, so I can run heaters or whatever I got. All I got for heat, I mean, it's enough, but all I got for heat is I got a little I don't know, I think it's a $30 thing I got electric that I got from Radiant Heat, I guess, that I got from Home Hardware. The one that I had from Home Hardware, I got rid of it because it kept. Well, I gave it to my daughter in case she needs it because sometimes she does. It keeps on blowing fuses because it, I didn't read it or it didn't explain it, you know. But anyways, I got rid of it. And then when I went camping with Dan and Miss Tina, uh, we were talking about heat and stuff, and I said, "Well, I had one, and then I found that it wasn't that good because every time I turned it on, the watt or voltage was too much. It drew too much." So he said, "Well, this thing here is like one or two, so it's like one. That's the lowest you can get, and then if you just go halfway, or if you turn it on, it shouldn't blow anything." And then when I met Rachel, she had one similar, and the markings were pretty much the same, and she dove right into it to the point of, oh, thank you, Sean. I really appreciate that. I do. You don't know how much. Uh, and yeah, that's still a problem. I get sidetracked really easy. That's why I'm having a hard time speaking. Um, so yeah, so he says, "Well, this got one button," or she said, "This button here is low, and this one, if you go put it halfway, it will, when you turn it on, it will heat up, and when it gets to that temperature, and I put it on the floor actually, it's right below me here. I put it on the floor, and then when it gets to a certain temperature, it will turn off, and then turn back on when the temperature drops." So um, I'm sitting here, and this thing keeps on running. It's not taking up a lot of power, and yeah, I even sleep with it on because of it. And it's away from me. It's near my front, right behind my front driver's seat, and it's pointed towards me. So it works really, really well, in my opinion. So in -4, I just got that on, and well, I still got this on, but in a little while, I'll probably take this off, and yeah, it's quite toasty. I sleep well with it when I go to bed at night. I got my fan cracked a little bit, so yeah. So there's enough circulation. There's enough leaky spots in here for air to come in and go. Um, so far so good at -4. I've slept in here with that on at I think it was -9 one night. So, but we still, and I'm not rushing. I'm not rushing for it, but we still have uh, single digits instead of double digits. But I think they're coming. Well, I know they're coming, but I think they're coming next week. Somewhere I seen -12. The wind chill's a big problem, but yeah. Other than that, yeah. Okay, gonna stop for a minute. Hello, Perry. How are you? Uh, I'm trying to. I know I'm talking a little foolish here. I'm trying to read and talk because I can't read. Okay, Perry's overlanding. Well, hello to insanity. That's oh Jeffy, you are drinking Pepsi. I saw Pepsi. Diet, Diet Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Diet Pepsi. Yeah, that's what I'm drinking. Sorry, the glare is too much, but drinking Diet Pepsi. They have another one. Somebody told me about this. Somebody says this one here is made from with aspartame, which is probably not good for you. Then they have the new Diet Pepsi or whatever, zero sugar or something. That's not made with sugar. It's not made with aspartame or whatever the heck it is. It's with something else, and it's supposed to be better for you. Any product like pop is not the best thing for you. That's for sure. But I have drank in water with a little bit of coloring things in here. I went through a whole bottle the other night, along with a little bit of cooking, but not much water used for that. So yeah, like I'm trying to keep balance. I'm urinating a lot, so that's good. Things are being flushed. So yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I like a little difference. Water dries my mouth out for some reason, but I put a little bit of juice in it there, colored juice, and yeah, gives it a little flavor. I've added lemon. I've done a lot of things, drank a lot of different things. So yeah, uh, where was it? Madonna. Where was this? I did get. I don't know if it was Shoppers, but I did pick up two 6 packs of Diet Pepsi for $7 instead of three something a piece or something, but for $7. And normally it's for like 5.48. So I did pick up, but yeah, they go up and down all the time. But yeah, I mean, I every time I go into a store, I look around, shop around, try to figure it out. Just something different. I do have them flavor packs or them flavored drops, and I picked up some water yesterday too, which was all right. And then, but I just don't want it to freeze. So far, nothing. Touch wood. So far, nothing is frozen in my van that I know of, that I can see, that I can reach. Even beside my driver's seat, there's a little hole there where you can put your foot to get in the front seat. Since I don't use that, I put my juices in there, and yeah, so far that seems to work out. Maybe because, like I said, I keep the heater on, the little floor heater, and it really does. Like it's not terribly. It's not like I'm not sweating right now, and I hate sweating, and but it's a little above the cool point. Like it's not freezing in here. I'm comfortable just like this. So okay. So let's get back to. I'm gonna just give it one more glance. You know the difference? And I said, well, this one's got aspartame. I'm not sure what this is, but when you look at when you look at all the info here, I'm sorry. You can't see it because the friggin' light is blaring. But all the, and I can't put it in the middle here. Stop it. All the info here is pretty much the same as the other info. So I'm not sure. Maybe it's what they put into it. But we all know it's all garbage and it probably do us harm in the long run. But I'm at a point now where it's like the long run is long, like not that long. But yeah, okay. So get back to the stuff. Like I'm learning that. Like I go to. I mean, I do stuff and I bicker here and there, or I pick a few things to put away, put up, whatever. Uh, I still got a microphone that I got to look into that Kim sent me, and I have some lights that somebody else sent me. I'm not sure who it is. I did read the name off the last time. So yeah, I dicker at that. I also dicker at or get into or tinker with. I guess that might be the proper term. Tinker um, with my new phone. I got some things. Don't ask me how to go back and fix it because I think I just stumbled into it. I'm still having a problem reading captions or reading my videos, but I noticed I was looking at somebody else's video, not mine, and I couldn't read their stuff either. So, from what all the information I've gathered, that tells me that there's a button somewhere, and I have to get to it on my computer, not my phone. I have to get to it on my computer and try to look and see how I can change that. So that'll be my next little adventure. Other than that, um, yeah, other than that, yeah, I'm just slowly tacking things up, velcroing things up, or whatever, and then yeah, and then either well, I'm into this series. It's called Rain. Like the king and queen reigned over their subjects. That's the reign I'm talking about, and it's about Mary Queen of Scots, and yeah, I'm overindulging. Reminds me of the time Chrome went through that with I think with some little medical drama he was watching. I forget the name of it now, but yeah, and I'm doing the same thing. I mean, I think yesterday I pretty much didn't do much. I did a few things. Like I say, I try to do a few things every day. And then all of a sudden, the rest of the day, or if I'm in for the evening or in for the mid afternoon, yeah, I just binge watch everything. I'm almost done one season, so I'm yeah, I already did one season, and then yesterday I did a little over half of the second season. So I'm gonna hopefully after a while I'm gonna um, try to finish that season, and then I'll be on to the third season. And yeah, I'm trying to remember in real history um, what happened to her, Mary Queen of Scots. For some reason, I think she either got beheaded or hung or something like that. And yeah, so it's really enjoyable. It's really like I don't know. I just find it interesting. Um, so that's what I've been doing. So like I'm on van life time in the winter. I guess if I'm not down south, I'm up north in the winter. So I go out. I mean, I got a few little chores that I've done for myself. I do for myself. I try to empty my garbage every day in here if there's enough to empty. I put it out in the garbage in the back. Make sure I'm plugged in. Uh, I got the shovel near me, so in case it snows, I can grab the shovel and try to do a little bit of business that way. It's not snowing yet, but it is dropping in temperature. Uh, I just take it day by day because I read ahead and it says it's supposed to snow and it rained and it said it was supposed to rain and it snowed and it's like this and it's like yeah. I just take it day by day. Whenever I wake up, I look at the weather forecast, how cold it is, what do we expect for today or half the day or whatever, and yeah, I go about that. Tomorrow I could do it today, but tomorrow, if need be, I have to go. Have to do it soon, but I have to go to the pharmacy and pick up my drugs for my insulin. I've been away for so long because if you remember when I left the last time, 6 months. I got 6 months worth, and I'm just running out on on my long term insulin. I'm just down to two vials left. On my other one, I still got about, I don't know, in equivalency, five in a box. I still got, I'm pretty sure, 3 to 4 boxes left. So I'm good for that. And then I think I have to get my test thing done. Uh, get the little computer thing that goes on my arm. I think I'm just about ready to go get that too. So yeah, I mean, I'm doing stuff and just not doing what I'm used to doing in the summertime, driving around, finding pretty spots. When the snow hits here, there ain't no pretty spots. There's none, very little pretty spots, or there's places. I mean, the spots don't move in the winter, but they're hard to get to. So yeah, so no, so far so good though. I'm just trying to maneuver my way through Ontario winter and the cold it brings most of the time. Um, I keep in contact with some people. I have changed my phone number and I'm trying to remember everybody that if I have your phone number and we talk, uh, I try to remember that. Uh, and then I look through all my stuff and then I say, oh, there's their number, and then I give you a text message or whatever. So yeah, so that's what we've been doing. Let me see here. Aha! I am watching this series, Dead Like Me. Yeah, I think you know what. There's been a few times I've watched stuff. I wish I'd get back to it, but yeah, I've done that too. Like I mean, I just finished watching. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Uh, True Blood, is it, or Blue Blood with Wahlberg? And yeah, before I left on my adventures, I was almost to the end, and then I found it when I came back, and I think I watched it almost to the end. We're in the middle, I think, season 12 or something or whatever it is, and yeah, and I think now it's probably on real TV, so I'll have to wait till they push it over. But yeah, I do stuff like that, and um, my whole mind sometimes. My whole mind just goes blank, and I mean, and that's the frustrating thing. I really didn't want to talk about that again, but that's just a frustrating thing. It truly is. Um, Drives me crazy. I start talking, and then boom, or if the mouse in the corner passes wind, I sort of like pay attention to that instead of what I'm saying. And I mean, yeah, my mind, it's just, and I've gone to see doctors. I've seen the doctor about it, and they said, "Yo, your mind's all right, but well, there's something going on because I don't feel all right." I, I, and I know people say old age, but like maybe, but you don't wake up one day and remember everything. You remember a lot of things. Okay, I've had a little bit of brain pause, but you don't wake up one day and all of a sudden, like you're talking about the blue sky, and then all of a sudden something happens, and or a thought comes to your mind, and then all of a sudden you have to do this, you have to do something else. You know, that's new to me. So, you know, I don't know if you guys got any idea that I'm taking lion's mane, and I just bought some more because I've taken it for 3 months. It's like a Hail Mary pass. I'm waiting for it to kick in all of a sudden, but I've been taking it for a while. It's not like I just took it last week. I started when I was out in BC with my friend Juliana. You know, that's the thing. Uh, yeah, that's the thing. Oh, if see, it's going to pop over here. If anybody has my phone number and then that talk to me, because like I said, I have memory lapse sometimes. Just text me, knowing it's you, or just say, hey, can I have your new phone number? And I'll know, like, but I try to sort of like write it down, put it in chronicle order, and then try to send people messages with my new phone number on it. But if I miss you, it's not on purpose. So, yeah. Let me see here. Blue Bloods, thank you. Laura C. Meat and vegetables. Well, I've been eating a lot of meat. And vegetables, to be honest, not so much. Oh, that was a question. I just noticed we have one here. What about we in Canada we have a place called the Bulk Barn, and it seems to be much easier um, to keep stuff dry or whatever if you buy that stuff. Like I think that stuff's all freeze dried or something like that, right? Um, it's not the best probably, but I was thinking so it won't freeze or anything. But if I put it in water, it'll bounce back somewhat. Hopefully, it won't take all the nutrients out. But I can mix it with food. Would that be good enough for like wintertime? If you know the answer, let me know. Hey, Rob and Jen. Uh, I still have the I still have the disease, but I eat strictly gluten free and don't get brain fog as long as I am well. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Doug. John C. Hi, Jeffy. John C. from Georgia. Yee! Hello from Georgia. I'm not mocking you. Please don't think I am. I just love the Georgia accent. I met a gentleman. I think I told this is a few years back when I was in my RV. He rolled in with a 40-foot camper or whatever, and seems like a brand new truck on the back, and his name was Tellis. I remember him. I'm Tellis from Georgia. I just loved his accent. And he said, "You ever heard that name before?" Tellis. I said, "Well, we've got a phone company called Tellis over here in the West." And he gave me some advice. I said, that must be a gas eater, that. He says, I drive 55, 55 all the way. So I went, okay, no, I mean, So yeah, glad you're here from Georgia. And please don't take that as an offense. I love your accents. I really do. There's a lot of other people's accents too that I remember and I love. Uh, hey, Luann, how are you? I didn't see you come in because I'm talking. I'm not paying attention to the screen. Hope you and the big guy, you and the old guy, I hope you guys are doing well. Uh, okay, BJ. Definitely would be good for winter. Simple answers is to make a trip to one and see what the. Well, I will. I just noticed. Unfortunately, I just noticed that we had one here. Cornwall doesn't have everything like the big city does, but there is one here called the Bulk Barn, and I love to go in there. and I'm going to go in there. I just wasn't sure. I'm scared that somebody on here or somebody's going to say that stuff's not good for you. Better off with fresh vegetables. Well, I got a limited space, and I could probably carry about 5 or 6 different vegetables, and I could just throw some of it. Look, that's what I like to do, like soups, just mixing or whatever. I like to throw it in there, and they pop up, and boom, boom. Now I got vegetables. So yeah, I will check that out. I promise. I will. Laura, see, I used salt last time. Whew. I missed a question, Benji. I think I threw out my oil, and I did a little bit to keep meat from sticking to cooking service. I'm not no expert. I'm just I always use low heat, low, go as slow as you can. Okay, Laura, see, I use a little. Yeah, I've been using some salt. Uh, we snuck into. I was just talking about that heater you gave me, Dan. That's a miracle. Thank you very much for giving it to me. Well, bulk barns, Laura, is just they have like, well, they're not. They started out. They had barrels full of stuff, right? Barrels, and they had like I think there was a freeze dried or like vegetables, but they weren't like moist or anything. All you had to do was add water, and they would bulk up. And I know sometimes when you do that, the process you might lose some of the nutrients. But the other process, if you just add water, then they're just like opening up a can somewhat. And and yeah, now you got instant vegetables. I was just wondering if it's good or bad or whatever. But winter, you don't want a lot of things to freeze, and I don't have a lot of room in my fridge or in my freezer here. Hey, Rash. Oh, let's just be grateful we're all here. I'm glad you came, no matter when. Uh, I got it on all the time, Dan, at a low temp, halfway, like the heat halfway. I don't have it blasting. I'm not sure how much heat it pulls out, but Rachel told me I shoved it on the floor, plugged it in away from me, but it's so the heat comes up, the heat rises, right? So, but it cools the area down below a little bit, and it just rises. And it's been. I'm sitting here now. I got this on. However, I'm not that warm. I mean, I'm not that cold. I'm warm. Like I love this temp, whatever it is. I love it. You know, it says I don't know what it says. I think it's 18 degrees in here. 18.4 or something. 19. I think it's 19. Anyways, it's perfect as far as I'm concerned. I like it. Frozen can actually be better for you than fresh fruits and veggies as they are flash frozen at height of freshness. Oh, really? Well, yeah, but don't they have a like if it gets too cold, they'll burst, will they not? I was thinking of freeze dried. So if I get from the bulk barn freeze dried vegetables and different things like that, and put them in little baggies, then I can dip in each one, like like a tablespoon or half a cup or whatever. Dip in each one, add them to my soups, my veg or my meal, and then boil them or whatever, put water to them, and then serve them. And then that way I'd be sure to get all my vegetables. Hey, Papa, how are you? Uh, yeah, Lord, see, better than nothing. Yeah, we're gonna try that. Lord, see, or you could just buy the vegetables you like or you feel like having at the grocery store the day you made some. Yeah, but I won't eat them all at once. That's the problem. Like, I mean, yeah, I was just trying to figure it out, but I mean, I think I got the answer. So I think I'm gonna check that bulk bin maybe tomorrow. Uh, Freeze dried is better than dehydrated when it comes to nutrients and storage, but freezer dry is more expensive. Freezer, well, whatever. Okay, well, you're from around here too, Rach. You ever been to the bulk barn? What do they have there? Would that be good or not? And the only reason why I'm asking Rachel is because Rachel does a lot of food prep when she goes on trips and stuff like that. Might not all be correct, but she knows more than the average bear. So that's why I'm asking her. Okay, let me catch up here. Laura C, the problem is when traveling, getting to a store for the fresh fruit and veg. Yeah, that's true, Ben. Uh, Look at the PLU codes on veggies. It's pretty. Yeah. Well, that's why I try not to look at that insanity because it is scary. You don't know what the hell you're eating. Like, I see kids all of a sudden are eating all that juices and the monster drinks and everything else. Now they have a new one that I seen a bottle in my grandson's hands. They like it, but it's supposed to be very bad for you, and it's like, ugh, it's like information overload. Yeah, okay, okay. Frozen is best. I know that. I can't afford frozen because I don't have a freezer. I can't put everything in my cooler and keep it all frozen. That's the problem. I know what the best is. I'm just asking that stuff that you buy at the bulk barn is that any good? Is that 50% good or negative 20 or whatever? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. As someone from the area that Jeffy lives in and a traveler as well, the best place for him is bulk barn. Okay. Freeze dried, yes. I'd get some there. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I know what's good. Like, like I know fresh is better than anything if you can get it. But I think Benji said that earlier in the comments that we can't always, like, once we go to the woods or once we go wherever or we're in the middle of someplace, it's not always easy to go get some fresh food. Unless you get to a farmer and they just picked it, that's the freshest you're going to get. I don't know how long it took to get to the grocery store, but I can't call that fresh, especially if it comes from Tijuana or or California, because they picked it there fresh, yes, but then it traveled 5, 6, 7 days to get to your store, so that's not fresh, but it's still acceptable. But I don't call that fresh. Sorry, Papa, but if you grab a carrot right out of the ground, that's fresh. I know. Karka has Papa has a soft spot for rabbits. Anyway, oh, I seen a commercial the other day on YouTube. I think it's banned or something, but somebody went over and they said they wanted the McDonald's burgers and fries and stuff, right? And guy came over with a fresh bag, and the lady she said, "Oh, I got some in my closet." And he looked at her and he said, "What? You got something in your closet?" Yeah, pulled it out. The burger and fries and everything else was 20 years old. No mold, no nothing. The bun was still, I wouldn't say it was fresh, but it wasn't molded. So I'm wondering, what do they put in that thing to keep a shelf life like that on? I wouldn't eat it, but I'm just saying. Uh, I'm not I'm not really upset about anything. Really, it's just you know, I got a few issues like my brain fog, and I'm trying to turn the tables a little bit, and I'm trying to because the winter's here and it's getting cold, and I know that it's going to freeze eventually. I mean, it's frozen outside. If there's any water that was outside, it's an ice cube. Um, so I'm just trying to so like get some stuff that I think might be healthier. Um, and that would be like the bulk barn. That's where they have freeze dried, or I don't know if they're freeze dried or flat, whatever they are. But you can put them in a bag and put them in your closet or put them in your cupboard. Bring them out, take a scoop of them, and then just add water, and poof, they come back. So I was just checking that out. If I do feel aggravated, it's just like I said. It's a lot of it has to do with my brain fog, my finances, and a few other things. Oh, and my cell phone. Yeah, my cell phone. I've spent plenty of time on my cell phone. It's still not up to par, but it still works. I have to sort of like remember with the brain fog doesn't work that well. I got to remember who has my number, who doesn't. And I've gone through some of my contacts, and if you got my number, that means we've been talking and stuff. I think other than Kim, I got her number, but we haven't verbally talked. But yeah, but there's a few people that I've talked to, and I try to send them a message, say, hey, this is my new number, and I forgot because nobody knows who I am really, because it's a new number, so my name doesn't always come up. So I got to remember this is Jeff, and it's my new number. So yeah, so they either I say text me back or whatever. So they text me back, and you know, like I said on my Gmail account, if I have your number already and we have talked, the number that you guys have is my old number. So if you have, if I talk to you before, just send me just send me a message, and I'll send you my number back personally. Yeah. So I don't think I'm frustrated, but it's just there are some things that are just getting me down, I guess, a little bit. Uh, all air removed, well sealed. Well, yeah, all it. I don't know what. I'm not sure what you're talking about, insanity, but yeah, cut up veg. But I cannot keep them in my cannot keep them in my counter where my food is. I have to keep it in the fridge. What I'm saying is I don't have much room in my fridge for that. But if that stuff from the bulk barn is okay, I just get a couple of bags of that stuff, like all the way down, all your, all your vegetables that you like, and then I can put it in my pantry, and all I have to do is add water when I'm ready to use them. That's what I mean. I have no room in my fridge for that, so it can't be fresh. That's all I'm saying. Okay, and I'm not talking about it anymore. No, no, no. We've all heard that was my problem. Dan the Van Dan and Miss Tina. I'll send you a message on Facebook for your new. Oh, yeah. See, well, thank you, Dan. Because see, I forgot. Even my friend Shirley, I've known her for 20. Today, I was talking to somebody, Sandy. I was talking to, and all of a sudden, I thought of Shirley. So as soon as I let Sandy go, I picked up the phone and phoned Shirley, and she said, "Who's this?" I said, "It's Jeff." Anyways, she said, "Okay," and so yeah, so I gave her my new number. So that's what I mean. I just forget, and I hate. I think that's the other part of being irritable, and I don't. It's like I'm repeating stuff, but because I forget, and it frustrates me. It really does. And you're probably hearing that out of my mouth, in my voice or whatever. Okay, Benji, I had a friend call me today, and she had a new phone, and it came up as possible spam. Good thing I looked at area code before I say yes or no. Yeah, if you get something from me and the area code is 613, there you go. That's Ontario, or that's part of Ontario. That's where I'm around Ottawa and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, I am. I love. I really do love my van. Thank you very much, Rash. Appreciate it. Of course, he does. Canada catch on fire in the summer. Oh yeah, we catch on fire, and you guys, and parts of the fire up here, you guys complain about it down south. We're getting all the smoke from Canada. Yeah, I mean they complain about that. They complain about that out west, like from Vancouver down to like Washington or California and stuff like that, Oregon. Yeah, and then you guys have your own fires, so yeah, yeah. Well, it's unfortunate, but the world's gone to hell in the handbasket, and yeah, paradise is burning. Well, I mean, that's the place. Like, I mean, even like, well, like if I don't know if you watch Van City Van Life, but when he was out there, and the cat lady and anybody else from out there, if you watch, sometimes when they're out in the bush, uh, they're surrounded by fire, or not surrounded, but like part of it is covered in fire. Uh, they're not near it, but the wind blows the smoke, and it affects people all the way down the coast. You know, well, the same thing. Oh, do we have fire? Somebody said, "Do we have fire or smoke?" Well, look at Jasper. Half of it burnt down. Yeah, we got fire. We got smoke. I think it's Jasper, right? It could be or Banff, one or the other. I forget right now. So, but one of them two big pieces of land, and they're both national parks, or yeah, national parks. I would guess. Yeah, part of them burnt down. Yeah, oh, yeah, we got fire here too. There's different climate, but we get it all. Oh, is it really, Benji? Okay, I did. Yeah, I didn't really know that. I've had the 778 number for so darn long, And the only reason I changed it, again, it's money. Because they charge you more for having a phone out in BC than they do out here in Ontario. I think the cheapest for us out here is Quebec and Ontario. That's the cheapest phone. They even told me that it'll be cheaper than what you had out there. And I went, wow, okay. So I was going to get, I was going to get Chef some spam in a can because his number first came up as potential spam. You can hold off on the spam. I hear that's not good for you. No, I got a message from Kim, and she was she was happy that she not all the way up, but she lifted up her shirt, showed me her muscles were right, like on her stomach and that. And she goes, "That's because I haven't eaten spam in 3 weeks or something like that." And I said, "Oh my, I'm not even eating spam, and I still got my cake." So I don't know, but she looks pretty good actually. At least she's got determination and she's sticking to it. That's good. Uh, Lots of fires in Canada every summer. Yep, sure is. We're not that much different than America. Really, we're not. Uh, I mean, we don't have a lot of creepy crawling things that you guys have in America, or not as much. But we got some. We have rattlesnakes here. Um, Probably down near your border, like in BC or something like that. Yeah, we got stuff like that. We got animals and different things, and we got big grizzly bears and brown bears, and we even got a white bear. They have a name for that. It's very rare, but we got black bears, we got mule tailed deers, white tailed deers, got caribou. We got a lot of stuff. We got little like smaller. I think I don't know if they're poisonous, but we got some nasty stuff. We got mosquitoes in the summertime and black or not black flies. We do have black flies, but I was going to say we got mosquitoes the size of hummingbirds, and they move just as fast. Yeah, you have your eagle. We got our mosquitoes. Okay. Hey, Paco. Spiders. I guess. Well, we got spiders too. We got small ones. We got small spiders. I don't think we got big ones, but they, for being small, they carry a nasty bite. A lot of our mosquitoes or stuff like that, or wasps or bees or whatever. I don't think they can kill you unless you got a reaction to them. But I'm not sure if you really will die from a bite. You could have a nasty reaction. I know that, but I'm not sure. Household hippos, according to Chrome, one is named Cruz. Oh, that's a baby. I don't live in a house, but you can call me a household hippo. I've upgraded from a couch potato. Yeah, no, I'm about the size of a hippo. I even got the backlash name from a hippo. Hippie hippo. I know. We have black widows here. I'm not sure. Yeah, I seen some of it. I had a lady stop me the other day. Like last night, I think it was. What I do is, and I know some of you, if you don't like it, just hold your hold your ears. Yeah, you don't have to listen to it. Has something to do with pee. So, anyways, like when the kids are here, they bring the bottle in and they empty it in the toilet. Uh, and I've watched all the stuff that people have put down on the ground. I've seen we got big dogs around here. They're peeing all over the place. So, what I've done is like I keep my pee in a jug, and I usually at night when not too many people can see me, 'cause I don't want to arouse attention. So I mean, I take my pee jug and I go out on the road and I drive down to the nearest drain where all the water and crap goes and salt and anyways, I dump it in there. But before I got there, a lady pull up. Are you all right, sir? I said, no, no, I'm fine. I'm just out and about. And he goes, oh, you got out to stretch your legs? I said, yeah, pretty much. That's what I'm doing. Just going out to stretch my legs. Because I usually do that. Sometimes if it's nice out, I usually get in my wheelchair or I'm in my wheelchair, turn left at the end of the driveway, and I go around the block, which is not big. It's a crescent. So I go around and then I come back and I just feel better. And take pictures of the neighborhood and people's decorations and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I do. Uh, say how small rises and right back down to 100. Yeah. Traffic Bear, will you drive around this year and show Christmas lights? Yeah, I plan on doing that. Because really, there's not much to do. Okay, like I mean, anybody who lives in this area or in winter here, let me know if there's something to do. I mean, I know I could travel places. You know, when the Riedel Canal is up and running, I can go down there. I can go to different places. It's hard to get close to those places for me because sometimes the walkways aren't always shoveled and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I love to. But that's in Ottawa. I know that. But around here, I mean, I try to go around. But yeah, I really just have to sort of like get a schedule going and figure it out. And I'm having a hard time with that. So, but I'm working on it. I really am. I'm asking questions about different things. My friend Rachel, when she was here, she got some paperwork for me for the aquatic center. So yeah, and I filled it out the other day. I just got to bring it in and figure out what I need more so I can get my might be able to get some assistance to go swimming. Because, like I told you before, I canceled Planet Fitness, which in one way it's good, and in which in another way it's not good. Because I would like to have had that when I go, when and where I go in the summertime, on my trips and stuff, because you can go to any Planet Fitness you need to. So maybe what I'll do is whatever area I'm heading to, like east or whatever, um, yeah, I'm gonna probably buy a Planet Fitness thing, a membership. So when I go out of this area, I can go take a shower and not have that as a problem. I think that's another thing. I don't shower enough. My skin's always dry. I'm still scratching bug bites that I had in the summer, which is rare. I'm not really a scratcher, but seems like I'm developing a habit. So yeah. But other than that, things are good. Yeah, that's my problem too, Doug. So, I think I seen one in here the other day. And I think that's when the thing dropped down. Laura C, can you put skis on your wheelchair wheels? Yeah. Well, I mean, if you know anything about my wheelchair, Laura, the two big wheels are the only wheels that turn. I mean, the other and are powered. The other four, the little ones, have no power. They just roll. All the power is on the big ones. So I could imagine that you could put skis on them. Yeah, I think you could. I don't know. I think you'd have to have a metal strip or something in the middle that, like, same thing like a boat. Flat bottom boats are a little bit different than V boats and stuff because they got that little thing in the middle that and two ones on the side that help sort of like turn in water. So the flat bottom boat, I mean, it'll turn, but it's basically flat, and you just skip along just skip along, you know. So yeah, I'm sure. I thought of that, and I also thought the other day when the snow's light, I also thought of putting a plow on the front of mine. But I was thinking of a simple plow, but I still have to be able to put it on and take it off by myself. And I can't go anywhere with it, but it would be good, be more self efficient for me to clean up my own driveway as much as I can. Because we all know anybody lives in Ontario or in this area, we all know that sometimes we get heavy, heavy snow, like wet snow. And I'm not really sure if my wheelchair is heavy enough to push it all. Pretty sure I can handle light snow, but we don't always handle light snow. And if it ever freezes, it gets wet and then freezes. Well, I think whatever I can come up with will skip over it. Like, it won't dig down like a heavy duty truck and move it. But I was thinking of that. Benji, what's this? Suggesting then get an old fashioned paper calendar and write down on it what you want to do, and then it will remind you find remind you that today we are going to do this, and that will help with memory. That will. I I've also put it on my phone on my calendar, saying I got to do this, I got to do that, reminders, and yeah. And every now and then it goes ding ding, yeah. And I look at that, but no, that is a good idea. No, it is because I think, pardon it, pardon the expression, I think I'm bitching too much about my memory, and I should do something about it. And yeah, I don't want to sound like that. I don't want to be that way. I want to be like a go getter and you know stuff like that. Craig Betts, insanity humidity is real low, like in the 30%. So very dry air and your skin dries out. Drink lots of water to help. I have been drinking lots of water, but you know, I mean, I suffer from that anyways because I think a doctor once told me because you're diabetic, it'll dry, your skin will be dry a little bit, you know. So it must be. And I woke up one day with an itch. Yeah, and you know, right there, I end up like scratching like that, and then next thing you know, I got blood bleeding or blood running down my face, and yeah, not good. Even my nose is dry. I got little scabbies there. Yeah. Well, I think this is all part of like being in winter, living in a van. Like, I mean, you can't like. Okay, let's say. I mean, I used to ski. I used to toboggan. I used to do a lot of things outdoors, skidoo, whatever. I would still try skidooing because I could sit on my butt, but I'd have to tie myself down. But I mean, all the other things I can't do. I used to like to play hockey. I used to like to pass the puck around and stuff like that. But I can't do that anymore. So going out is, I don't mind, like when it's a little milder. I don't mind walking through a place that's got, you know, paved, or at least the pathways are shoveled, and I got enough room. I don't mind that at all. But most of the time, I have to. Well, I'm forced to stay inside my van, and yeah. Okay, Rob and Jan, glad you popped in. I appreciate that. You guys take care. Till we see you again. Donna. Oh, Donna. Hey, Donna. I don't know how long you've been here, and I don't know when to call you, but I'm going to send you a message of my new phone, okay? I got a new phone number. It might not have my name on it, but if it'll come in, it'll come across with 613 as the area code. Well, you know that. Uh, so yeah. So okay, say something if you heard me. And some of you forgot who Donna is. Donna Donna's part of my girl crew. Uh, when I was in Vancouver Island, I mean, uh, Juliana drove up with me, and then I think, and then I met my friend Sandy and her dog, and then right out of America, I guess she was coming back from Mexico. Right out of America, I ran into my friend Donna, and we spent some time just like I did with the rest of the ladies. We spent some time together running around and camping and doing things and going to Costco and all that stuff. Anyways, that's who she is. I just got on your live a few minutes ago. We'll keep an eye out for your new number. Well, it won't. Yeah, somebody said, like, when I gave her my new number, it came up as spam. So what, Don? No, I don't have girlfriends, but I do have lady friends that just van. Yeah, we are like, yeah, we've had a van romance. No, it's just, yeah, just a lot of people know me from YouTube and stuff, and when they get a chance to meet, I'm not going to say because I have a charming personality, but yeah, we just get along, and that's okay with me. You know, yeah, I was talking about that to my friend Shirley today. She's another girl that I know for years. Uh, we were talking about that because we were just talking about, oh, girl, you got a girlfriend? I said, no, you know what? I don't think I'm not ready for girlfriends yet. So I'm gonna open up a little bit about my secrets, like my secret reason I don't have a girlfriend right now, or probably never, but I got a lot of lady friends. As you can see, most people out here are ladies, women, and I got some men friends, and I got some husband and wife friends, and everything else. Uh, the thing with me is that, and I told her I was open about it. Every time I think somebody's great, automatically I start judging. I start like, oh, she's too short, too tall, too skinny, too fat, too this, too that. I know that's all, but that's what goes through my mind, and I know I'm not alone. And and that's why I when I sit back after all is said and done. That's why I sit there and say, you're not ready for a girlfriend. You still act like a kid at 66, going on 67. And I look, when I did have a girlfriend, I was questioned a lot, even though we didn't live in the same house. Uh, and we tried to make it back together. I was questioned a lot of where are you going? What are you doing? Blah, blah, this, that. And it's just like, well, I'm meeting, we'll just use names. I'm meeting my friend Donna, or I'm meeting my friend Juliana, and I'm meeting my friend Sandy. I got much more women friends than that, but and Rachel and all that stuff. I got a lot of them. I know immediately the person that is actually trying to be or is my girlfriend. She would actually say, well, "What can they give you that I can't give you?" And I said, "Nothing." I said, "I just have friends. I've always had more women friends. All the way back to when I was like 16, 17. I used to go to a dance, and can't show you my moves now because hardly able to stand up on my stumps. But back in the day, I used to go out with my friends and stuff, and they'd all be hooked up, and then they get annoyed at me because their girlfriends would come over and say, "Jeff, would you like to dance?" Hey, Terry, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Really, thank you. Um, Hope you have a Merry Christmas too. But I'll be around Christmas. Anyways, they used to get upset with me. I even got into partial fights because why are you dancing with my girlfriend? Well, because she came up and she asked me, and I said, sure, because I love to dance. I always came across as a threat. So I've had that, I don't have that problem now. Only be another, would only probably be another woman come up to me in a wheelchair, say, would you like to do a couple figure eights around the dance floor? Nobody would be upset about that, right? That's the point I'm trying to make. And that's the thing. So I got all these different women, and I sit back when I'm by myself, and it's like, and they all got different talents. Like they all got different expertise. Like my friend Donna, uh, where is she? She's got a new logo there or something. Yeah, lifestyle coaching with Donna. So she's got some insight about a lot of things. Lifestyle stuff or whatever. And if she doesn't know it, she'll tell you. And my friend Juliana, she's got some interesting ideas about different things too, and she knows that. Same thing with Sandy. Same thing with Rachel. She's got some, she's got some of her own problems, but she also has answers to other people's problems and her problems. And you don't have to grab her by the tooth and pry her tooth out before any of these ladies will say, what's on their mind. We talk honest, right? So, and I'm sitting there going, okay. So instead of me putting them all in different little boxes, I just sort of like put them all in one big box, you know, called friendship. And yeah, I just talk to them. Whatever I need, I can be open. They can be open, and we just get along. So I mean, that's the thing. So I don't have like a girlfriend in that way of, you know, way of way of living. But and I've seen other people in the vans that do have girlfriends. But if they're very strong-willed people, and like, well, you know, uh, it's like my friend Chrome and Emmy when they were dating. Chrome's a mover, and Emmy is a little slower, like wants to stay in the spot. But Chrome's brain goes like that all the time, like beep, 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 always thinking. He's always on the move. He's always, and some people can't keep up with that. So, and then I think then they stepped away from each other because it was hurting their business or whatever they're doing, their YouTube stuff. I mean, that's all open. I'm not sort of like speaking out of the hat. So what I'm saying is, I look at that. They're my friends. So I look at that and I just say to myself, well, I got enough headaches, man. You know, I really do. I mean, and they're not bad things, but they're headaches. It's called life. And like the internet and all this tech stuff is moving way too fast for this old guy. I'm having a hard time keeping up. Uh, all the stuff that's happening, it's moving way too fast. Our buck's not worth nothing, and I don't want to make this sound political, but our buck's not worth nothing in the U.S. Uh, Everybody's hurting financially. Like some people got a little bit more money than the next, but you know, $50,000 a year ain't a lot of money. I don't make that, but I'm just saying. I've heard people, I've watched people. Like I mean, I hear them talking about it. We have a combined income of like 120,000 dollars between us, and we're starving. Like we're not living. Now they might be realistic. I don't know. I don't want to judge that, but when people with those numbers are saying they're having a struggle, me that last year I made a little over $12,000, and say with everything I got from YouTube and stuff, I made like $20,000. Guess what kind of a struggle I'm having? That's all I gotta say about that. So, and I don't need any more problems. And I'm not saying that women bring problems, but it's an extra thing for me to think of and put in place. So I'm happy with what I have. I'm happy I have all you guys as friends. I can call up different people. I can bitch, complain, express how I feel about things or whatever, you know, uh, and that's it. And I am talkative, so, you know, it's not about me not talking about my feelings, but not everybody wants to hear about my feelings. And I've heard that before. Let me see. Well, Diana, well, all I can say is my friend Juliana, she's part time. Like she has a house, she has a life, you know, and when she's not, she's doing as much because some people have responsibilities, and I understand that, but she's doing just as much out there. Like when she can, like she took some time off, and we went out west. Um, and then my friend Rachel, she's part time too, but she comes part time. But I mean, like she has a place to go to, uh, and she has a house, and when she's not busy doing that, then she's out traveling around visiting friends because she's got a lot of friends in this area. And she's been watching my channel. She comes up here quite often, helps me out, or we just go out camping. There's a lot of people that you know. There's a lot of people that have houses but travel. My friend uh, Dan and Miss Tina, they live in a house, but they spend a great part of their time living in the Yukon or Dawson or wherever they go to, and they make some money there. Come home, and when it snows, he shovels snow. So yeah, like it's a different lifestyle, but they all live in a dam or dam. Sorry, van. No, they all live in a van at one point, and some of them have goals to live in a van a lot more than they are now. But right now, that's what they do. And my friend Donna, well, I think if I got her story right, she took a trip down to California, and then she went over to Mexico, and she bought herself a van, and then I think she was on the road for 18 months. So yeah, a lot of these people, like a lot of these people do live in vans more than they live in a house. And there's people like Crone living in a van all the time. Uh, you know, and same thing with my friend. Uh, I apologize, Emmy. Yeah, Same as my friend Emmy, lady. Yeah, she lives in a van with the cat. She lives in a van all the time, and there's other people out there that live in a van all the time. You know, there's a lot of them out there living in a van. So yeah, that's all I'm saying. And a lot of people don't stay in Canada in the winter; they head down to Florida, California, whatever, into the southern parts of New Mexico, or you know. So yeah, there's a lot of people that uh, do live in a van all the time, but I don't live in a van all the time. I mean, I do, but I mean, I'm parked in my daughter's driveway. So do you consider me living in a van right now all the time? And I spent the whole summer driving around living in my van. I don't know. I'm not being funny. I'm just saying, do you consider that being a van dweller? Because that's what I've done. And now I got a place to sort of like stay in the wintertime. And like I said earlier, this is my first time spending winter in a van in Ontario. I've known a few people that have, and so I think they're on my channel, some of them. And yeah, they live in a van all the time, and it's by choice for me. I wanted to experience traveling, which I couldn't afford, even even as cheap as WestJet could be. I couldn't afford that, so you know I live in a van, and I've been across country 3 or 4 times. I've been like I've been down to Florida, not in a van, but I've been down to Florida. I've been as far as Oregon. I mean, I've been in California because I went to Anaheim. And I think that was Disney World or something. Yeah, I remember going through Hollywood, seeing it from the airport. So I mean, I've been around also, but you know, and I've been to Vegas and stuff like that. But I've driven all over the place as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, and this summer, hopefully, God willing, if I get enough money or I can pay down my bills I had from my last trip, hopefully I'll leave the safety of the parking lot and I'll head out west. I mean, head out east, and then if I can afford it, head out west as far as Wisconsin. To visit some friends there that I said I would go back to. So, but I'm on the fence right now because I'm not sure if I'm gonna go left, which is east, or right, which is west, or I might bypass east first, or at all, and I might just head out west to Wisconsin, and then there's a lot of place here in Ontario, and if you've been through Ontario or live here, there is a lot of places in the summertime. Yeah, a lot of them tourist places, but there's a lot of places I can go to and visit my own province. So that's what I plan on doing. So if it works out, it works out. I hope I probably over answered your question. I'm coming up to 2 years of my van. I left Canada to do some traveling for 6 months, and then when I was out, I realized I really loved it and became a van dweller. Yeah, I mean, and my friend Donna there, she gets along fine, you know, and we all learn different things along the way. You know, Jimmy Hoffa, hey Jeffy, you see Brent is getting knee surgery coming to the first of the year. No, Jimmy. I hope he's all right. I haven't sort of like followed. You know, I haven't followed Brent in a while now. We had a little bit of a falling out. Uh, but yeah, other than that, I mean, I wish him the best. That's for sure. They're new. They want to feed me drugs, which would take care of it really quick. Being allergic. Yeah. Well, I got the same problem. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a pill or medical thing out there that could probably help me with stuff, but I don't, I refuse to take some drugs. Yeah, that's what happens when you start talking. You're not reading this because, like, my mind, I have to focus on just talking. There's a lot of stuff. I'll have to go back and look at that later. Uh, yeah, I hope things go well for you, Terry. Jeff is lucky to have supplementary heart and insulation. Yeah, supplementary heat and insulation. I am. I am lucky. I don't think, don't think I don't feel lucky about anything I got. You guys all gathered together, gave me a boost, got me a van, and I tried my very, very best to spend my money that you gave me on stuff that I needed, which was heat, which was air vents, which was like a lot of different things, you know. So yeah, I'm lucky. I'm happy. Yeah, that's sad. He was there for you, Jeff, when you. Uh, I'm pausing. No, I understand that, Jimmy. I do. I understand that. He was there, but we got to let that go. So I mean, yeah. Trust me. If you want to ask me, email me, whatever, and I'll tell you why. Okay, I'm not going to throw out dirty laundry, whatever. I don't drop people or I don't turn my back on people for a stupid reason. I don't. I'm not that type of guy. I'll give you enough rope. If you decide to make a bow, that's good for you. If you decide to hang yourself, that's also good for you. Oh well, like I don't know. And yes, he was there, and that's called just an example of that. That's called guilt right there. Well, he was the yeah. I just didn't wake up one day and said whatever. I hung out. I hung out and hanged on a lot longer than people wanted me to. I didn't listen to them. I waited until I seen the red flag. And when I seen the red flag, that's why physically I don't have a lot of friends. Mentally or on YouTube I got lots of friends. That's all. Yep, exactly retired life. Yeah, that'd be good. Sunshiny man. Hey Don. What are we talking about? Well, we're trying not to talk about anybody, but we're talking unfortunately we're talking you know we're talking about Brent's van life. That's what we're talking about and why I don't talk to him. Somebody wants to PM me or want to know why I don't talk to Brent's van life, I'll tell you. Whatever you do from there, you do from there. Other than that, I don't want to talk about it anymore. PM me if you want. I'll tell you. I'll tell you my truth or what I see it is. Okay, uncomplained senior. I was in this parking spot that January when it was minus 30 degrees, full tank of gas, but couldn't turn over engine because of faulty battery. Yeah, well that happens too. My van, I haven't moved and it's not that cold, and I think that's the answer. I had a little hesitation, like like that, and then it turned over. Yeah, and I think I stayed still too long without turning on and off my fan, like without running it for 5 minutes or something. Yeah, well, And that's true too. Sometimes friendship runs the course. Senior, they take good care. Senior, they take good care. Sandy, okay. Oh, young company senior cannot afford a heater. Do you have anything in your van? God, I wish people come up with smaller titles. Young company senior. You have any form of heat? Started watching Brett from your channel. Don, you started watching Brett from your channel. Yeah, hey, but I have his email and address in Cornwall too. I'm not sure where you are, so let me know where you are. I can't really do nothing now because the mail service ain't working, but you never know. Okay, let me see. I'll have to read some of these things with a pen and paper. I have to watch this video again because I noticed I think I'm missing a lot of good questions. And if I can answer them or help out, I will. Uh, Cats, they keep me warm and never argue. No, but they throw up fur balls all over the place. Or if they really don't like what's going on, they poop in your bed, even when the litter box are clean. Yeah. Step Van Dan, hello and big hugs, Jeffy Bear from MN. Is that my? I don't know what it is. That Minnesota or? Well, some do, Insanity. I'm saving up for a dash cam. Senior, maybe a heater first. Hey, Daddy, Merry Christmas. I survived last January without a heater. Winter through its worst at me, and I'm still here. Where about are you, Senior? Are you in the States? Like, yeah. Same people aren't meant to stay in your life forever. It has nothing to do with being unappreciated, and just like any friendship, both have been there for one another. Cold water, Michigan. Ooh, cold water. I've been to Michigan. Cold water, no. See, that's what I like about like different places. Like, oh, you've been to Ontario, and then you're like, yeah, I've been to Ontario. Well, and then all of a sudden, I live in Hopscotch, Ontario. Hopscotch, I've never heard of that. Like, no, but I mean, I don't even know if that's a place, but there are places that, oh, that's in Ontario. Like, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of places everywhere. But yeah, oh no, my cats don't do that. Uh, Cambridge, Ontario. I know where that is about. I've either been through it or I've seen signs as I was flying by. But yeah, Jimmy Hoffa. I'm 13 miles from the Indiana state line. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, no, it just gives me an idea. Because I really don't, without a map, I'm messed up. So I really don't know. No, that would be a little scary, Diane. Be, be, being anywhere in the West, like Alberta, Calgary, all yeah, it's cold there. It gets nasty. Yeah, company senior. I may have to come out to Ontario soon to deal with my late brother's estate. Uh, Reason I'm asking, I don't know. It seems like somebody's dodging the ball or whatever. Reason I'm asking, well, if you ever come here and yeah, if you ever come here or near me in Ontario, I'm between Toronto and Montreal, and I'm not like I'm an hour away from Montreal, hour away from Ottawa, maybe a little bit more, a little less, and I'm about 4 hours away from Toronto. So I'm closer. The further east you go, I'm closer there. But if you ever come and you still have the same issue that you do not have a heater of any kind, let me know. Drop me a line. Come on to my live, whatever. I have a big buddy heater. It was supposed to be used for just spare, like supposed to be used just in case of emergencies. Uh, it does take two propane tanks. You can hook it up so it feeds out of one propane tank. I had that before, but I will give that to you to help you out. Like it's not the best, but it's new. I've used it a couple of times. Well, I think more than a couple. I forget how many, but like I think less than 10 times. How's that? It's yours if you want it. I can't send it to you because you know our post office ain't working too well. Yeah, I'm living in the driveway by choice. Yes, reality of van life. Unless you got a lot of money, and unless you planned well ahead of a lot of things, um, yeah, you got to stop somewhere. You know, I mean, you got to stop somewhere. And unless you got plans or unless you got people, I mean, I pay for parking here, but I mean, and I don't pay a lot, but I still, what I use, I still pay for, which is fine. I have no problems with that. But yeah, I don't know, like, you know, you can't tell me, like, I mean, I know people that go to Arizona, right? They go to the places out there where all the youth or all the I don't even know what you call them now, but the van lifers out there, you can't tell me they move every day. You can't tell me that. Some of them stay there all summer long, all winter long, all our winter long. I mean, that's what they call it. They call it a caravan because there's a few caravans moving. Bob Welch does the same thing, or he used to when I watched his old videos. I don't watch them anymore. But you're allowed to stay up to 14 days or something, and then you got to move at least 25 miles, unless they change that. But they don't always stay in one spot. So how much gas are they saving? How much whatever? If you move every day or sleep overnight and then move the next day further on down the road, unless you got a lot of money, you're not going to last long. You're going to have to stop for a while. Now, stopping for a while, it's not like make it your home or whatever, but or find a spot that people find spots, and there are places that you can pay for a spot and you can stay there for 6 months, or whatever. People have land. They say, yeah, you can park over there. It'll cost you, you know, if you have utilities, it'll cost you more. If you don't have utilities, they might charge you $200 a month for staying on their property. And I don't want to stay here forever. As soon as the snow leaves, I'll be making plans before the snow leaves. I'm making plans now, but when the snow hits and the snow leaves, I'll be thinking of where the heck I'm heading. I might even get there where there's still snow there, but I'll be thinking where I'm heading, and that's it. So I'm here by choice, and my daughter is happy to have me here. You're talking about Gus and the bus? I'm not sure. Last time I seen Gus, I don't know. I never went up to him and said hi because, yeah, but I knew where his van was parked. And the last time I heard, I think they took him out of his van because he had to go to the hospital. That's what I heard. I'm not sure if it's true. And one of his friends, moved his van because it was getting tickets or something, and moved it to a place where they wouldn't get tickets. So I'm not sure what happened to him. Yep. Yeah. If you have lots of power in your van, electric blanket's pretty good. When is Canada Post going to come off strike? Retired life. Uh, your, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. I truly don't know. I know they planned it well just before Christmas. People are panicking. You might not, if you're waiting for a gift out of province or out of state or out of the country, you might get it in the spring. Who knows? I'm not sure. Don, the guy in the bus still kicking. Yeah, okay. I already answered that. Don, Spanish Bank. As far as I know, yeah. Gus. Yep, that's his name. Benji, I'm not sure. I didn't finish the whole thing. I'm not sure, but I think Rochelle might have the answer for that. I don't know. She does a lot of stuff like that. She goes on her video and she's looking for different, cheap, different ways to survive. I mean, the other day I had my heater on when we were sleeping down at the river there. I had my heater on, and her and her friend Chuck, I think they had a candle and maybe something else, but it was cold for me, and it was windy. I didn't feel that, but it was windy. So she's the one that told me to take my heater that I got and put it on the floor at a low volume, or low watts and stuff. It's not sucking out the energy, and keep it on until it gets hot enough it goes off. So uh well, we did at one point, not a lot, but we did at one point, and then because it's been raining for the past couple of days and freezing. No, most of that snow now is gone. We still got covered grass though. The grass is covered. It's not full. So yeah, grass is covered. It's not full. Anyways, uh, Sandy, Jimmy Hoffa, but Jeff has to be careful with electric blankets due to diabetes. I do have a little electric pad that works great, and that's the one that I got from Ramblin' Rocketeer. Uh, I mean, I've used it, and it's good because it turns off. It doesn't always stay on. But I sweat a lot at night, and I don't want to sweat so much that I'll be freezing in the morning. That's the problem. Yeah, well, we get a little bit of both. Okay. Hi, Oli. Stone Maiden, hi. How are you? Insanity is this weather. He would be okay. Strong as he puts it on. No. As long as he puts. Yeah, I would be okay. I mean, like I said, this is an experiment. Like, this is all an experiment. This whole life here is an experiment. Hi, everybody. Gotta give me a minute. I have to go to pee. Turn on some music. Oh, yeah. Hello. How are you? Ooh, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Do, 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 do. Oh, we're done. We're back. Ooh, let's put on elevator music. Yeah, don't eat the yellow snow. Well, everyone became quiet. You know, when I turned around, there was a little white spot and everything else was blacked out. I don't know why that came on. I don't know because the thing understood I had to go for a pee and then it put that white thing up there. I'm not sure, but yeah. Then when I turned back around, here we are. Oh, here we are. Yeah, that's the other thing. Now that I just did that, it's not a lot of room in here. Hold on, I'm going to try something. There you go. There's not a lot of room in here to operate when the doors are closed and the lifts up. So, like, I'm pretty much stuck in one spot. I can only move a little bit at a time. So, yeah. And that, and that, again, that's added on to the other thing. That's why I got to get out of here at least once a day, or at least to the front of the van, or just take a little stroll and come back. That's why. Because, yeah, it can be very difficult. You get, you might understand, you start getting cabin fever after a while. Uh, you're getting content. Uh, okay, let me see. Snow Maiden, been a while. Yes, life's an experiment, and we are all in it together. Hope you're hanging in there. Happy holidays. Same thing with you, Stone Maiden. Uh, Again, I'll be on 24th, 25th, 26th. I ain't gonna be on forever, but you know, if I'm not doing nothing, I can be on, you know, an hour, maybe more, whatever. It's nothing special. It's just that if you're Now, if it's that time of year, right, and if you're just feeling alone or just feeling you wish you had somebody to talk to or whatever, yeah, like I'll be on, and yeah, then we can chat about anything. But you don't have to be alone. That's all. I did. I was thinking it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Yeah, but I was singing while I was peeing. Yeah, pretty much. You guys keep on. Oh, that's where it is. Right up here. Oh, I say. See, I'm using my big toy now. Like I don't think that works. Yeah, I try to hit it, but it's not tapping. Haven't seen any drones in Michigan. Companies senior on average a mammal then void their bladder in 22 seconds. Oh, I guess I'm not a mammal. Sometimes it takes me up to a minute to void my bladder, maybe more. Or yeah, yeah. I just have a lot of unanswered questions. Like like I think the doctor once told me, well, no, I think it makes sense, but but you don't have nothing wrong. Because like I said, again, I sit on my junk. I sit like this. So back here, I guess like back here, that's the bowel part, and not making a joke. This is the peeing part, the spout. And right here there's wires that go through there or tubes. And I think when I sit there and I bend forward or not, like I crush that. So the water flow decreases, and yeah. So sometimes I gotta move a few times, then bend way back, whatever, to make it go. And then sometimes when I'm making it go, all of a sudden the back end says, I gotta go. And it's like, oh, yeah, it's, if I said it right, it could be a comic routine, but I don't think I'm saying it right. It sounds disgusting, but yeah, I laugh every now and then. So yeah, did I? No, I didn't put any. I don't have any decor in my van. I do have a string of lights on my on my on my dash, and I have a wreath hooked up to the front of my rad. That's all the decor I have. I turn the lights on only when I'm not driving and at night. So I haven't done it yet, but yeah, at night. So that's it for the decor. Hose kick. Yeah, I described it like that too, Dan. Yep. Uh, well, that's just me, you know, Don. That's just me. That's the way I think. I don't know. Diana, or Diane. Yeah. So I think a trip out a day is great for your mind and soul, and heck, if you meet for coffee, that's about, yeah. No, I mean that's why I try to get out. Like I mean, but I'm not sure what the video. Like I'm looking at different things. I know that this camera I got, iPhone 15 Pro Max. I know it does some pretty cool things. They have a cinematic view, or and then they have a just a video. I noticed that that cinematic view puts a box around your face, so it doesn't matter. Like if you don't move the camera, but it'll keep you focused on that box, and you can move it so you don't whatever subject that's in there stays in there, and then you just have to move with it like that. You know what I mean? I do have my old phone. Uh, Rochelle cleaned it out from what she said. I just got to figure out how to not get it back online. I just want to get access to the camera so I can use it because I got 256 gigabytes on there, and I can just take pictures and send them to my other camera. So yeah, so I can keep that rolling and stuff. Um, you know. And I think sometimes I should have it close by so when I get out of bed, you can see what I'm doing, what's going on. But I mean, I see that a lot. I see a lot of people doing that. Like I know Chrome does it a lot, and I know somebody else does it. There are a few other, they wake up and woke up. Yeah, but I guess I'm too realistic. It's not against anybody or anything, but I'm sitting there going, uh, well, first of all, before they start doing all that, they had to get up first. Then it's like to me, I call it. I'm not saying that that's what everybody does, but to me, I call it like you have to stage your shot, which is obvious, but not everybody realizes that. Like, who's holding the camera? How does the camera get there? I mean, really, in this day and age, people still ask those questions. It means people have to get out and jump out and run around and focus on the side door of the van, get back in, and then okay. And the thing is either going all the time or you got a remote control to start it. But as soon as the door opens, oh, good morning, hi, how are you? Then bounce around and then go back, get it, turn it off, and then you have to edit all that. The stuff you don't need, you got to take out. The stuff you do need, and it goes from a big shot like this to a big shot like this, and that's what you see in your video. So it looks like everything's moving smoothly if you do it right, and that's a lot of work for a guy with no legs, even in a wheelchair. It is, you know. And every time you're driving, you're using your van to drive over your camera or your little GoPro or whatever. I mean, you still gotta put it in front of you and then drive over, you know. And yeah, it's difficult and very time consuming to come up with shots because I don't think you're going to come up with an original shot. I don't really believe so. But you might. That's not out of the question. But yeah. So I'm just trying to think, like, because I'm not moving a lot now. I'm just trying to think, what do you want? Like, I mean, I don't know what you want. I don't know what to put up there. All I know is, well, good day, weather's good, whatever, sitting in the front seat of my van. I guess I could do that in the back seat too. But yeah, and I got tripods and I got magnets hanging around, so I can get a picture there. Uh, yeah, and lately I've been cooking, but I haven't been cooking. I've been making sandwiches or frying up chicken strips or you know bologna, hot dogs. Yeah, it's a quick meal, quick fix, and I'm done. 2 hot dogs later, I'm done. Then we move on to something else. So yeah, I'm not really sure what to bring. Uh, I do that Christmas thing and that New Year's thing. Maybe 3 days is too much, but I'm just checking in to make sure everybody's okay. Everybody's all right, or some people they don't like to talk, but sometimes Christmas, New Year's, all that stuff brings out a lot of emotions in people. I don't want it to be negative, but I do want to allow people that follow me. I want them to find a platform that, if they come on and talk about stuff, or, you know, it was a rough year, it was a great year. It doesn't have to be sad. Just to know that you're not alone. People are listening. I don't know about if everybody else will be listening, but since I put it up, I will be listening. So that's the thing. You have an ear. This one's not working too well, or you have an ear. This one's not working too well, but you have an ear. No, but that's the thing, and I don't mean to laugh about that. I mean, it is very, I don't know what the stats are and all that shit anymore, but a lot of people, that's the last Christmas they see or whatever. And I've had a lot of exciting Christmases, and I don't mean in a joyful way, but my granddad died, different things. Known a lot of people that didn't make it to Christmas, and yeah, et cetera, et cetera. But we don't have to bring sadness to the table. We can bring joyfulness too. You know, I met my best. I met my best partner. You know, 19, 1998 at a Christmas gathering at the office or something. It doesn't always have to be sad, and we're still together. Yeah. So you know what I mean. I'm not talking about me, because no, but that's the way it is. Oh, okay. Insanity. Jeffy Bear, how come you got a new phone number? Question. You couldn't keep old number? Question. Okay. I think I answered this before. I think I did. Reason I got a new phone number, I knew this was going to be a hassle. But because I got a phone in BC charges a lot for phones and phone numbers. And you can't just change them, but you can keep them, but you can't just change them. Where I live now in Ontario, the only reason why I changed it because it's much cheaper here to get a phone number than it is in BC. I saved money on my phone bill, and I knew it was going to be a hassle, and I knew it may be a problem, but I did it because yeah, well, I'm trying to cut all my costs that I'm just throwing out the window. So yeah, and I was getting a lot of information from BC. I wasn't. I very rarely. I just started to. I very rarely get any information on what's going on around me in Ontario. So that's. I hope I answered your question, but that's it. Just give me heads up, Rich. I'll make sure it's cleaned a little bit better than it is. No, it'll be fine. But yeah, thank you. Uh, I'm drinking a Pepsi. Well, I was drinking a Diet Pepsi, but yeah, I should be drinking something. My mouth's dry. Coors. Terry, I'll be there for New Year's. Oh, cool. That's great. Maybe I should sell tickets. No, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. No. Uh, I'm almost ready. I'm almost ready. My mind's already in that category. I'm almost ready. I'm thinking of things to carve, things to do, what to carve, yeah, different things. I'm just like, but the whole point of it is I got to move all that out of the way and just carve. Yeah, I just got to carve. Something will come out of it. But yeah, but I'm not. I got the bag underneath my front feet. It doesn't get in the way of my legs, but I got the bag underneath my front feet. I look at it every day and I say, yeah, yeah. And then I see different things and I say, I think I could do that. I think I can do that. And I start picking out pieces of wood that I think I could do that on. So yeah, it's a real yeah, it's a real it's a real I don't know. it's a real chore to get that stuff done. I'm getting closer, so hopefully before too long, and while I'm still in the winter months, hopefully I'll be able to carve up a few things, you know. But that's it. Yeah, yeah. Please check if you're still subscribed to Jeffy Bear. YouTube has been up to mischief again on many channels and unsubscribing. Here, look, I am thankful. No, are you asking me? Do I only have one child? No, I got two children. I got an older one. Yeah, they're like I always got that wrong. I was born in 80. No, I wasn't born in 80. I got I got sober in 80, 81, 82. After 2 years, I started having a child. I started having babies, or I didn't. My wife did at the time. And then I think so. I got one in 82, I think, and one is either in 83, 84. Um, they're both, well, yeah, they're both preemies, and no, one was overdue. That's the first one. Her name is Sarah, and the other one was premature by 2 months. Her name is Katie. That's the one I'm living with now. Uh, I love both my daughters, and I've tried, well, I tried a lot to really help my first daughter. I mean, I've helped the other one too, but I really put a lot of energy and time into helping because she's a lot like me, into helping my first one. But I know it's just, she continued to lie for a long, long time and not tell me the truth and not be honest with me and make bad choices that as a parent I can't really control. And she was getting too old to scold. So I kept on, I said, I just put myself out there and I just said, I love you, but I can't deal with the way you're living and how you're living. You can live any way you want, but it's killing me. So I had to make a choice a few years back, and I just said, unless you change something, I'll always be there. I'll always love you, but I'm not going to be involved with you uh, because it hurts me. And what I mean by that, I mean she's OD'd. She's been messed up on drugs. She makes bad choices on boyfriends. You know, she's got beaten up, etc., etc. Gun put to her head, like a lot of things. And you know, and that's the thing. I had a well, almost had a heart attack, or I did. That was part of my before I had a heart attack. That was part of it. I'm not blaming her, so please don't no. But when I get too excited, like yeah, my blood pressure goes up. Anyways, I almost had a heart attack, and I'm like, I can't deal with this anymore. I mean, I cannot deal with this. It's going to kill me. So I told her a few times and whatever, and I got two great kids out of it, two great grandkids, but unfortunately, I can't deal with all the lying all the time. So I just said, unless you're doing better, unless you're doing great, you know, I'm not, I got to step back. So yeah, I've stepped back, but I haven't, I've talked to her a few times. Uh, we've kept in touch. Haven't heard from her in a while, but we kept in touch, and yeah. So yeah, I got two daughters, and yeah, the other one's like I think my youngest daughter is 42. I believe the other one they're 10 months apart, so I believe that they're 43 or whatever, or they will be 43. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but yeah, and that saddens me because I haven't seen them in a while, and I just missed my grandson's birthday. It was in October, and I missed that. Forgot all about it. My other one, my granddaughter Peyton, she will be. I'm not sure how old she'll be, but her birthday's coming up on 31st, I guess. She's like a New Year's Eve baby. Last day of January or last day of December, and then there's New. So yeah, her name's Peyton, and I'm gonna reach out and try to talk to her and say hi or whatever. So yeah, my life's not. And that's okay, Dan. I know I don't do a lot on Patreon. I'd love to. I just, yeah. Uh, yeah, that's true too. Terry Newell. Today, chocolate chip and oatmeal Scottish. And tomorrow, sugar cookies. And right for you cookies. Last year, some what they call here nun farts. They're good. Not good for you, but they're good. Yeah. That's just basically like dough with brown sugar, cinnamon, or whatever, uh, rolled up and cut into little bitty things. The French out here call them nun farts, or some of them do. So yeah, get your YouTube membership. See, that's the thing. That's the thing that holds me back. I don't know how to do that stuff. I mean, I've heard of it before, but now that I know a lot of people are transferring uh, to YouTube, but but that but doesn't that if you transfer that to YouTube, doesn't that become taxable now? Because I believe Patreon's not taxable. You can't tax donations, I believe. Pet de okay. Pet de soeur. I know sir. I wasn't begging for none farts because I think I found a replacement. Well, it's nothing's replaces home cooked meals, but I think I found a replacement in the store here somewhere. They look like none farts, but obviously they're not called that. And that's okay, Rachel. I'm good. That's funny. YouTube takes 30% of the donations, and then I have to pay taxes on what's left. None farts. Uh, Oh yeah, I mean everybody's got to make money. I mean that's the thing, you know. Anyways, I've been on here for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Woo! Long-winded and my mouth is dry. So on that note, I like to say peace, aloha, and I love you. And thank you all for coming out, joining, asking questions, and whatever. So yeah, it's all good. But if you, like I said earlier, not to rehash that, but if you want to know the story from my side of it, you know where my Gmail account is. It's in my description. You let me know. Just drop me a line. Okay. See you later, Craig. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. See you later, Insanity. See you later, Rash. Okay. Peace. On that note, ciao.